Everybody, Whitney Whitaker with Milligan Valley Dog Training. I have Gigi here. She's been here with us for a few days. One of the main things that her family needs fixed is she will bolt out the door, and they live in a development close to a busy road, and she's had some really close encounters. And I know a lot of dogs out there are bolting out of doors, and kids leave doors open, and then there goes the dog. Well, number one, I'm going to tell you, get a good recall, which Gigi now has a good recall. But we also want to stop the dog from bolting out the door. They don't need to do that, and accidents happen that way, so we need to fix that. The only way to fix an unwanted behavior is through discipline and punishment. So we're going to punish the act of bolting out the door. The dog is not going to be afraid to walk out the door with permission. The dog is just going to understand, hey, I need to look to you to tell me that I can walk out the door. I need permission. It's like, a 6-year-old's not allowed to cross the street to go play with their best friend without permission, right? At least I hope not, because it's dangerous. And so same with the dog. They need to ask permission before walking out the door. So we're going to work on this with Gigi. There's 2 different ways you can do it. Easiest thing is if you have a remote collar to use that. But a lot of people probably don't have a remote collar, so I'm going to first just show how you could do it with a prong collar. So she has a little prong collar on, and I'm also going to use a long line. The reason that I'm going to use a long line instead of a short line is, you guessed it, if a dog is, bolting and, darting out the door, a 6-foot line, you may not be able to grab it. So I want you to at least have 25 feet to catch up with your dog, especially if they don't have a good recall. So use a long line. Okay, Gigi, let's give this a whirl. No. Girl. Okay. Good girl. Sit. Good. Good job. Good job. Good girl. Okay, break. No. Good girl. Good girl. Break. Good. Good job. Good girl. Good girl. Okay, come back in here. Come on. Girl. No. Good. Good girl. No. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. Good. Good job. Good girl. There you go. Good girl. No. Come here. Come here. Good girl. Break. Good girl. Good girl. Very good. Very good. Let's go back in. You're all stuck on your leash. What do we got going on here? Let's go this way. Good job. Girl. good safe dog. Good job. Okay. Good. Good girl. Good girl. Very good. Awesome. Good. Good. Whoop. Think about what you're doing. Good decision. Good decision. Very good. Very good decision. Very good. Whoop. Think about what you're doing. Make good choices. Make good choices. Nope. There you go. Good job. There you go. Good girl. Proud of you. So proud of you. Good job. Break. Good job. Oh, very good. Very good. Can we do one more? Huh? Can we do one more? Huh. Good job. Good girl. Good job. So proud of you. So proud of you. You're going to be so much safer now. Okay. Okay. Good job. Good girl. Okay, let's talk about this a little bit. Truthfully, the easier thing to do would have been to tap her at a higher level on the remote collar if you have one. That's easiest. I wanted to show you on the prong collar though because a lot of you might have a prong collar, and so I wanted to show you that way. I knocked on the door. The reason I was knocking on the door is because that usually gets dogs in an aroused state of mind. So I didn't want her to like be sitting there like in a downstay. That wouldn't get us where we need to go. So I kept knocking on the door because generally dogs get aroused when they hear the knocking on the door. I want you to have a long line because again I want you to have a buffer when your dog runs out the door. You at least can grab something if they get going fast. Pretty much you just made walking out the door permission based. The dog has to ask for permission to walk out the door. Now, this is not one and done. This has to be practiced. So if you're having an issue with your dog at your door, you have to practice 10 minutes every day until you start to feel confident that your dog gets it. Now, for all dogs, it's going to take a different amount of time. I will tell you this, remember with your corrections that if you're, finding that weeks from now your dog is still bolting out the door, you're probably not correcting them hard enough. And for anybody out there that has problems with correcting a dog, I have a problem with the dog getting hit on the road or getting lost. So this dog loves me, this dog's fine, she's not afraid of me, but she understands she has to ask permission to come out the door. When I was 5 years old, if I would have crossed the street without permission, I would have got a whipping for it. Why? Because my parents wanted to keep me safe. So that's all we want from the dog. We want to keep them safe, and so I have absolutely no problem punishing or disciplining in order to save a dog's life. All right, guys, we're going to keep working on this. Thanks for watching. See you next time.